don't know.
Doesn't matter.
That's rude.
I'm not from Australia.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of TWAWT. 2 Wongs and a White plus 1.
TWAWT?
The love.
Sorry, but really TWAWT?
TWAWT.
Welcome to another episode of
Twait,
2 Wongs and a
wow,
White
twit.
plus Sophia. So 2
Hi.
Wongs and 2 Whites. Welcome.
Yeah, we're evening up a match. We're trying to, what is it, equal opportunity and all that type of stuff. We've got to equal it out.
Yes, it's important to equal it out. 3 guys versus 1 girl is very equal. Guys are really good at this.
But you're balancing out the set
It is
very,
true.
very well.
It's true.
I've got to say.
Oh, why thank you.
So we're just going to rap about stuff as we normally do. And today is probably more about, we're just going to chat. We have no topic.
Yeah,
We're gonna throw stuff up in the air and where does it land?
Have it explode.
So living in China as an expat, since all of us are
Yes.
expats, pretty much let's dive into that.
Sure.
Fun stuff.
What do you? Okay, so let's. I think Kenneth, tell us
Share
about your
us.
experiences here in
How
China.
long have you been an expat?
Why did you come here?
16 years.
Damn.
Wow,
Still
and
can't
you're
speak
how
fluent
old?
Yeah,
Chinese.
how old are you?
He's only 15 years old.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
He came in prenatal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I deserve that one. That was a
Came
good
in the
one.
womb.
With prenatal cigarettes.
Ouch.
Yeah, 16 years. Moved here when I was 5. I'm 22 now.
Cheers to
Sadly.
that.
Oh, 17 years this year. Yeah. No, not. Oh, cheers to that.
Yes, yes, let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers,
let's do.
expats.
For fuck's sakes. It's honestly so different, dude. I don't think you would love living here 16 years ago. Imagine.
Oh, I came right on the change.
Yeah, you came on the change. Imagine village status. I came here when there was still water in SeaWorld. It was actual SeaWorld.
Yeah, where the
that's
mermaid,
cool.
the
The
mermaid
mermaid was in the water.
And the boat still. They had the boat there. It's
yeah,
the
on the
original
water.
boat, right? That boat was like originally there,
yeah.
and they built SeaWorld around
Yes.
it.
Around it, yeah. So
We're gonna
and-
put pictures up on this, I think.
Yeah, we should
crazy.
probably
It was
like
crazy.
explain where Shenzhen is, because most people will not know what a Shenzhen
You're
is.
probably more better than because I just know that I'm here. I know that I'm in like adult Disneyland.
Well, you're like above Hong Kong, which has Disneyland.
Yeah, true.
That's close enough.
True. But it's kind of a mix. Well, would you sort of say that Shenzhen, or especially Sherko,
It's a
Yeah.
bubble. It's a big bubble.
it's a big
It's
bubble.
a big dude.
And it's a cross between Hong Kong and Singapore.
Yeah,
pretty much,
definitely.
Pretty much. You go an hour out of Sheko, like let's say
Longan.
Baoan,
Longan,
Longang.
Longhua.
Yeah, those places. It's completely different. You're like,
Yeah.
where the fuck am I?
So to explain, like we should probably explain where we are. If you
Where
look
am
at
I?
China, we're in
Okay,
the very
so-
south of China.
Yeah,
just
very
above
south of
Hong Kong.
China.
We
Yeah.
actually connect to Hong Kong through the outer territories, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
The what is that baby cord that has
Hey, what are you
Umbilical.
doing with your hands? I mean, what is that?
and the camera can't
The
see it.
baby
So
cord?
what is that cord?
The umbilical,
So
umbilical
we're pretty
cord.
much the umbilical cord to Hong Kong.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess so. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
hate
a
you
very
saying
nice way
that,
of
but it's
putting
very true.
Yeah.
We're kind of the mix in between.
Or Hong Kong is
and
the
then
umbilical
Shako
cord
is like
to
the
us.
the foreigners' hub inside Shenzhen.
Yeah.
So Shenzhen
yeah.
has many districts.
And we're a special business.
Centrics.
We
yeah,
are.
province.
Yeah.
Special economic
Possible.
zones.
Technologically very advanced.
Anything you buy that is made in China electronically,
Pretty much
it's
from us.
most likely
Shenzhen.
comes from Shenzhen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you guys need anything,
Yeah.
hit us up. We'll help you in any way. I speak Chinese.
We're open to sourcing.
We're,
and
we're
marketing.
starting
Yeah, we can do
an
anything.
e-commerce business called the TWAWT shop. Stop on by. You know how
We
it
will
is.
take your money and
Chinese.
we'll give you
Help
nothing.
you.
Yeah, we'll
It's
give you
easy.
we'll give you a free course. Don't worry about it. 1 hour webinar. You know how it is.
Come visit us. We'll help you. Everything.
That is ideal.
But it's true, though. We can. We've been here long enough. 16 years. I've been here 6. How about you? 6 years too?
I've been here around 6 years too. How about you, Harshi?
Well, I've been here like 8 years.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
combined, we're like 40, 50 years old.
Jesus, your math is great.
Yeah.
30.
mine.
30.
years old, 16.
30 to
No, 16
late
plus
late
8.
30s, early 40s.
Okay, in dog
24.
years.
Dog years is like a century.
Yeah.
So let's divide this conversation into 2 parts.
Okay.
Good things about living
Oh
the
my
past
Bloody essay.
as an expat and bad things living.
Graded.
Yes, Spider-Man up there will grade us and right there. So
Spider-Man's the good parts and Devin.
and Deadpool will be the Deadpool will be the judgmental one.
Hey, you're wearing a Deadpool shirt, so.
Yes, I am.
So
wearing
you're
a
the
Deadpool.
judgmental one.
You know, I am so sublime. I did not even realize when you were letting Deadpool suckle on your nipple that you were wearing a Deadpool shirt earlier.
It
before we
literally
started
says
filming.
Deadpool on it.
I love that. I was holding the Deadpool
Paying
mask.
attention. I see. This is where I can honestly say I don't look at people for what they're doing or wearing. I just see people as masses.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know,
That's because
I'm-
of China. It's
yeah.
really torture to see people as masses.
That's a
not a
positive.
bad thing.
I just see a mass, and if the mass is smiling, I'm happy, you know. And if the mass is grumbly, I'll move away. I don't really see. I can honestly say I don't see race anymore. It's really weird.
It's
really-
true.
and when people hear you say this, oh, what a load of bullshit. No, I don't. Because I live in a country where being white in China, you think it's a good thing. Sometimes
It's a really
we
bad
have
thing.
really got the. You want to?
You just about to take a middle finger out.
Not as severe as most people, but I've been subject to racial bullshit.
Sure.
It's just
You?
crazy. Yeah,
You?
yeah.
I haven't even gone into
That's
racial
crazy.
bullshit.
No, it's absolutely crazy.
not
And
like-
I never thought about it before.
No, but it's not like a bad or a good thing because sometimes we're in a really good situation where people respect us and they're like, oh, we want to hear
Overly.
you. Yeah,
Overly.
way too much. I'm like, they come up to you and they want a picture with you. It's like, oh my God,
I'm
am I a
trying.
celebrity?
What's going on
Yeah,
here?
and then other times
I
they'll
don't
charge
relate.
you extra or they'll do things just because you're a foreigner.
The charging extra, especially going to the commerce center.
Cute.
I learned never to go to the commerce center.
Yeah.
That's why I shop online now.
Yeah, 'cause they
because
can't
you walk
tell.
into the commerce center, but I learned a trick. Now the commerce center is where you go if you want to buy stuff at like a wholesale price. It's where is it? Fujian?
There's one in local. There's
Lo-
one in
local,
Etienne,
local.
Yeah, local.
The big one where
Yeah,
it was like you go in
have all
there,
the material on the
you want to
fifth
buy
floor.
shoes,
Yeah,
material for
local.
suits and stuff like that. But what happens is as you're walking in there, you have spotters.
Missy.
Missy, I buy for you. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? So I learned. You hop out of the car or the train and you carry bags with plastic bags filled in it. They already believe you've been shopping.
Oh.
They don't bother you.
Oh, see, my mom just follows them. She goes, "Oh, what do you have to do?"
But they charge your price goes up by like 15%.
Like she goes there and she goes, "Ooh, no, it's cheaper next door." So she just walks next door. But it's like she follows them to like, "Ooh, what do you have, darling?" And then she follows him like,
And
"Ooh,
I can
that's
see her
nice."
doing that.
Yeah, she does it. It's so funny, and she's like a pink highlighter, so you can't miss her anyway. Anyone
have to
noticing my mom
insert-
dresses
We have to
in
insert
pink?
a picture of Karen.
Yeah, really.
When you think about the word fascinator meaning a hat, Karen is always wearing a fascinator.
She's
I
very
love it.
fascinating.
Yes, generally. Yes.
Yes, generally.
So I just came up with the title for this episode. It will be Bad and Good Things About Living in Shenzhen, China.
Yeah, no, I don't have that much room. you always do
exactly
this
what you
to me.
just said.
You always come up with titles for me, and I'm like, dude, I don't have like enough room for 4 words on a thumb.
She's like, "Is Shenzhen
No,
fascinating?"
no, I'm saying like the title name. Like the thumbnail can be
versus- yeah.
different.
This
You know,
one can
let-
help
let's-
me, get me out of here.
Let's roll back to the expats thing. You know how you were talking about you two get eyes and stare and you get
Sure.
that superior treatment sometimes? I do not know what
Hell,
what that means.
Fuck what?
Yeah, what that means.
Farquad.
Since I have the skin tone of like a countryside Chinese person.
You've got the northern
Sure.
skin tone.
I've got the
which is
northern
not-
skin
yeah.
tone, so they always confuse me as a Chinese person. So they come up to me directly as a Chinese
But you're
speaking
not tall.
Chinese.
No one,
Oh wow, that was a burn.
no one's.
No, but in Beijing, like the northern Chinese are much taller than the southern.
So
You
that's
do
yeah,
realize
yeah,
they
yeah.
have children over there. I still look like a child. So my point is that I do not
and he
understand.
hasn't been trafficked yet. It's all
Exactly.
good.
So my expat experience is way different. I bet you can relate
well,
as a non-white person.
I blend in perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. We blend in.
Like
That's the difference.
literally,
Yeah.
they don't think I'm.
I'd love to
I'm
blend in
Until
some
he
days.
opens his mouth.
Yeah.
Until I
And
open
then
my
he
mouth.
looks at me, and they're like, "Oh, so what did he say?" And I'm like, "Blah, blah, blah, blah."
Yeah, exactly.
So you're
Really? really.
No.
Way.
The other day, we got a call.
Oh
Excuse me,
no.
the other day we got a call and you didn't answer. At least I understood part of it.
You didn't understand anything
It
about
was
it.
an automated lady yelling at us for something about the bank. What did you expect me? I couldn't converse with her. She was just yelling at us stuff.
Wow.
And I told her to go to bed and
Wow.
it solved the problem.
Yeah, you didn't help one bit. I still spent the whole afternoon at the bank
happening?
trying to solve the problem. You didn't help one bit.
But hang on, being in China, any simple service is always.
It's true. The bank
Difficult.
always takes like 6 hours.
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
your Chinese is
Yeah.
as good as you claim it is, You could have told me that it's
wasn't
just
me
about
to blame
exchanging
you.
the card, you know? Come on,
Oh,
seriously.
I told you about the card. I didn't say it was about changing the card. I told you it was about the card.
Hazel, please never come on the show.
Actually, that would be a great episode. You should bring Hazel.
We should have Hazel and I and you guys.
No.
Bring Hazel,
no.
Sophia all together, and then Kevin also.
I can't.
We'll have a pub show.
Pub
Oh,
show.
that would be nice.
Yeah, I think
Should we
we
get
do
a
that.
bartender?
Let's get a private
Can
bartender
we?
because
Well, we need to get a
because we're
VIP room.
because we're Lahua in China.
yes, we do.
Let's get private service.
Back to the positives.
VIP room.
Well, this is a VIP room. We're very important people.
In our own minds or in my mind.
Actually.
I often look at the window and look at the mirror and kiss myself and smile.
Okay, so we still didn't get into the topic
yeah,
of
so
good
it
and
is-
bad things.
So
A good thing. Can
good,
say
good thing for me is that it's very it's easy to adapt as a foreigner. If you're thinking of moving to anywhere in the world and you want to adapt quickly to the environment, I would say Sheko is very easy. There's a lot of communities. It's very open and beyond
Stay
that,
away from the women's group. The
Swick?
women's group, Swick.
Oh, they have some catty people.
Oh, it's just
I
like
shouldn't
it's
say
like
that.
Mean Girls for adults.
I know. It really is. I mean, like, they have great events. They're good for
I don't know
charity.
these people. I don't know these
But
people.
oh, God,
Swick
it's so
events?
catty.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't know these people.
It's just like high school.
I told you I don't blend. I'm not part of that.
Swick
expat.
is like a women's group for
Yeah.
expats.
Shenzhen's Women's
And,
International
and there's an
Club.
order.
But you get like there's a group of Swick people who are just so genuine and so amazing. And
Yes.
there's a group that's like the high school populars.
Yeah.
And it's like they're catty as hell. And it's ridiculous.
And they all sell doTERRA oil.
Yeah.
All right, so
Really?
So that's a negative.
so we don't know if this is
Bad.
sexist or feminist,
Yeah,
but
but
it's not.
No,
No,
but
it's fine.
I was just saying it's easier to adapt. So move on.
It's
on
a
to
women's
someone
group
else.
because
In what
normally
way,
the
though?
men, normally
well-
the male expats, they work here generally. So then the women have nowhere to go.
So we don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, so then
Yeah.
the men.
They tried to rope me, and it's like, oh, gay boy, let's be part of that.
Let's just be extra
Because when
diverse.
they realise that my lifestyle is fairly, I work a bit and play
Yeah.
a bit, they're like, oh, come work with us. Come to shit. No.
It's like 300 RMB a year.
Yeah. No. Just be part of the crew. Like, no.
Yeah, Mean
Yeah.
Girls. It's just Mean
You're
Girls.
horrible.
It
I mean,
is.
there's
Some of them
very,
are.
very few people I met from the Swick that I actually like. And then the ones that I do like, I love.
Yeah, the
I
ones that you love.
love.
Because you meet them, they're like really
Yeah.
genuine expats. But you get so many expats that are so like, oh, I've been to one country and I'm the best person in
But
the world.
don't you? That's a very common expat mentality.
It is.
If you meet a generic expat, you just see them across the street. You can tell by the way they walk, they approach themselves. They are an asshole.
Yeah.
The one
they
thing
don't
I
respect
find-
anything.
Yeah, they
You
don't
know the one
respect
thing I
anything,
find
yeah.
about being in China with expats and expat wives. My husband made nothing in my country, but now we're kings, so we've been paying the same, and the dollar value is different. It's like fuck off.
Oh
They
yeah.
act like such
Yeah.
horrible individuals.
Yeah, I
really
know
do.
those people. Yeah.
And they don't respect the culture. They're like, oh, we're in China. They should do what we want. It's
Yeah.
like, no, you're in there.
Well,
you need
there's
to
only
respect
really a
everything.
certain. Well, actually, no. I know
we have a
stranger
common
do it.
person
Yeah.
that we know that had that
Oh,
mentality.
so many. Yeah, it's true.
Okay, so one good
It's
thing is
ridiculous.
about their Swick events. If you want to participate
No,
and you're
Yeah,
an
they're
expat,
good. No,
you
some
just
of them are
mentioned is a
really
good
good.
thing.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
so
yeah.
let's
Really
move
good.
on to Hershey. What do you think was one good thing about living in Shenzhen, Sheko, China?
Damn, that was a mouthful, my guy.
Well, my eyes light up because we were given like 6 months notice when Kevin got transferred to come over here, right? So we had to sell our house, get rid of our furniture, and all that type of stuff. And I think I told you we got rid of our furniture to a women's group. We didn't want to bring nothing with us. We came here and I left all of my toys. All of my toys in Australia. I gave them all away. And I love my toys, my studio gear. And we came here and we spent 2 months in a hotel. And the language barrier back then, it's really funny. It's another subject. I'll get onto it. But the language barrier was so hard for me. So the first thing we got was a phone so that Kevin could track me so I didn't get lost. And the thing was,
real.
they had like Google Translate. The Google
Oh, but
Translate
Google Translate
8 years
back
ago,
then
9 years
sucked.
ago was bloody awful.
Yeah, it was awful.
It
yeah.
was like, oh, can you take me to the railway station? I like boiled eggs. It didn't work.
not at all.
And
not
so
at
2
all.
months in a hotel opposite Fujian Hospital.
Oh wow.
And then we moved into this, so lucky, moved into this renovated apartment. And then I started rebuilding. Still my consultancy work and stuff like that, but I wanted something for myself. So I built this little apartment. But I got to say, the last 4 years, I've really settled in. I have a fantastic translator device that I bought, which is 100% fantastic. Translates Chinese and English. You just got to tell them to stop and speak while you push the button. But it gets me out of so much trouble. And
Is it a physical device or?
I thought you were talking.
Physical
I thought you were talking about
Always use on,
Kevin.
like-
No,
I was like, I have a translating device.
No,
My
well, that's the
husband.
thing. No, Kevin wanted to spoil me by always being there, and I had to say, look, I have to be a big boy.
Ah,
You know,
smart.
and I really am having troubles with language. I learned German as a child, but Chinese, I know more than I know, than I realize I know, but I am crap at Chinese.
hard.
I know enough when someone comes to the door, I can make out I know Chinese like a parrot. I know what to say, when to say it. But then they start a conversation like, Wichita, bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
And they think,
Bye-bye.
oh, you know, and I feel so bad.
Timbadong.
So what is the good thing that happened to you? The translator app or
Easy to get
I
gadgets
think
here.
it's the
Well, I got to say,
I think it's the adaptation.
Our life in here is better than life in Australia.
Yeah.
I was
at
gonna
the
say
moment.
lifestyle's another positive.
Lifestyle's very
yeah,
different.
lifestyle's
Like,
very
we're
good.
earning good coin, and we're very, very lucky for that. Don't get me wrong. We're very, very lucky
Yeah,
for that.
yeah,
And that's afforded us a really good lifestyle.
yeah.
You know, and
Like the diversification also compared to like living in Australia. I love Australia, but it's very
I
like
love that
one-minded.
there's I have learned so much more about my own country in other
Yeah,
countries
by
by
being
living
here.
in another country.
Precisely.
I'm watching from the outside in.
Mm.
And you know what? Sometimes, unfortunately, I'm actually disgusted.
Yeah, you really find like you are really like, oh gosh, am I really Australian?
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, just realizing that some things we do
I
are
hear
so
family
narrow-minded.
members. Oh, yeah, that Chinese restaurant's really good. It's got real Chinese that work there. It's like, stop.
They got Chinese.
And they're like, and the things they discuss are so narrow-minded, like, oh, my guinea pig ran 3 miles today, or like, oh, my guinea pig walked to the food stop. It's like, have you got more to talk about than your damn guinea pig?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've become more involved in international issues.
Yeah, it's really important.
Like international issues.
Yeah, not just
Living in
Australian.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I've become a lot more worldly and a lot more patient because
True.
not knowing the language, I've had to become more
And you have to
patient.
adapt as well and
Yeah.
like completely understand their culture, not just ours.
Yeah, I'm becoming a better person. I've not become a better person. I'm trying.
It's a slow process.
It's a very slow process.
So you pretty much have adapted to make this your real home.
This is home. This is home for the moment. Like a lot of expats that I know set their place up so sparsely. And so we're moving it in a minute. Like I've already told you guys, if something was to happen internationally, we have to go at any minute. I'm happy to leave this all behind, but this is my home.
Mm.
I set it up as my home.
Do
Bars.
take your cameras with you though. That's
Yeah.
quite
If
important.
not, we'll borrow
Could
them for you.
Could you imagine an evac out of China and I'm taking studio gear? Excuse me, why are you taking
It has information that
We'll
could make
look
money.
after it for you until we all meet in Australia again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We'll
should
just borrow
definitely-
it for you.
We'll pack it in a box and, well, hang on, if I have to go, you'll probably have to go. I would never
True.
leave the country
Yeah,
unless,
unless we all had
like
to
an international
evacuate.
event. Yeah.
Problem is, we'll have to go to our each our own countries. So,
My country is Hong Kong, so I'm
Where does the
fine.
dog go?
China.
No. The dog can't stay in China.
Oh yes, for the
haven't
audience
had
that we don't know,
conversation yet, have
we have Poppy is a very cute dog, and Sophie is in love.
More than cute. She is just so cute. you guys really need a girl in the scene to go, so cute.
Oh boy.
Okay, so
What's
great.
Sophia?
How
What
about
you
you?
got?
What do you think is a good thing that happened to you in the past 6 years that you've been living in?
Gee,
Shenzhen,
fishing
Shenzhen?
much?
Oh, aside.
No. Okay, let's just exclude
Aside from you, my love.
exclude relationships.
Okay, well, aside from finding the love of
And,
my life.
and exclude
boy.
best friends,
Oh, of
obviously.
course, and best
Oh
friends.
boy.
But I guess my purpose for coming here was to learn the language.
Mm-hmm.
And although I'm not perfect, I can still do any business you need, so call me up. But
E-commerce, TWAWT store.
it's true. But
Can
like, I
you
learned the
say,
language.
welcome to the TWAWT show?
I always say the word welcoming,
欢迎
actually.
欢迎光临
It's like 欢迎光临
欢迎光临
twat the show.
Yeah.
TWAWT的show.
What the show?
Twat the show.
So Chinese is a big thing that you benefited from, right?
It's true. Like 你们要注意我们，要喜欢我们，就全部要看我们的视频，好吗? And then like,
You have a really good tongue.
I thank you.
Like,
I know.
shut up.
I have a very good
Shut
tongue.
up. No. That sounds, a lot of Australians and Americans that try to announce.
They sound a little.
They put the accent in there.
I did too.
You've learned the accent.
Give me a few more beers and I'll be so Chinese you won't be able to tell the difference. My
You guys
tongue
need to
will
stop.
really
You're
work.
a dirty bastard. No. Stop it.
He just went.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Aside
So,
from my
so
good
your
tongue,
good tongue and Chinese.
okay, it's not perfect, so no one like criticize me. I get it, but
Guanling.
thank you, darling. But yeah,
Jesus
so I came
fucking
here
Christ.
to do my studies and to learn the language. And although it's not perfect, I think that the time I invested here was well worth the outcome that came. Like,
And what do
it's
you hope
worth
to
it.
do from learning a better dialect in Chinese?
Honestly, I
or you
wanted.
think it's just world domination?
No, it's like I wanted to get out of the Australian mindset of like English and Australia is the only place to be because the world is so big.
Yeah.
So I wanted to like I had a lot of Chinese friends and I wanted to kind of immerse myself in the language. So I think I learned Chinese just for my pure kind of selflessness of being like, I want to learn this language. I need to be an expat.
Jesus,
then-
nice. That's
yeah,
a great
and then
motivation.
after that,
yeah.
I guess it's beneficial. You can talk with different people. It opens a whole
And
new world of everything.
it helps you in your future too.
Yeah, and also like
Yeah.
it's so nice to be able to
You
go
set
to someone and
yourself
talk
up.
to them. Like
Yeah.
if I just want to say, "Hey, what's the time?" I can ask them, and they can be like, "Oh, that's nice."
Oh, like we're
I
in.
have
Short
so
one.
much trouble even remembering how to say just go forward or turn right or turn left.
like
Giselle.
Giselle.
Giselle. And the thing is, I get out of the car and I'm like, Giselle, damn it.
No, dude. I feel you. I'm like, wait, what the? Oh, damn! As soon as
Like,
I'm out,
I
yeah,
get it
yeah,
because
yeah.
you're not in the environment. Like you come home, you speak English. You go outside, you speak English. So it makes
My
sense.
environment is English. I don't
Yeah.
have
Same,
any.
same.
Well, I have Chinese mates, but they're all speak
They
English.
speak English. So like,
You know,
I
and plus the
completely
fact
get
I'm a
that.
hermit. So
My mom's like the same. She's a private driver every day to go to work. And she says like, ni hao. And she goes like, ni hao ma. And then she goes like, ni hao ma. And then the driver goes, 我很好, means I'm very good.
Yeah.
And then that's all she says. For the
Yeah.
past 6 years, she said the exact same thing.
hold on.
Pretty much. She doesn't even say that. She just says that. And then she goes like, 我们都到了. Like, we have all arrived. My mom says 3 sentences. It's ridiculous.
My language consists of 是对
Boo.
对不对
Like, yes, no, yes.
好的是 oh miss
Yeah. Everything is like, make sure, 没关系. Everything. It's like,
Your
okay, mom.
enunciation is so much better than
Dude,
mine.
I always
and
get
my
confused.
partner's Chinese Singaporean, and I still can't get the pronunciation. Although some of the stuff I do say, people think I speak fluent Chinese. Like they'll ask me if I
Yeah.
speak Chinese. I'm like,
Sure.
yeah, sure, or yeah, 一天天, And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, once you say that, Kevin's like, no. People that don't speak much Chinese don't say 一天天.
You just say, I don't understand.
You've said something
Yeah.
that is advanced Chinese, saying you don't speak much Chinese.
Yeah.
It's true. And then they like blurt out like a whole paragraph and then like a brrrr, and you're like,
And I just
oh,
go,
yeah.
什么? Hold out the app. Let me do it for me.
Yeah.
But it's always a woman's voice. I can't get a man's voice. It's like really upsetting.
Yeah.
So,
What
what
about
was
you,
the best
Tam?
thing
Yeah,
about, like,
you've just
you
been
finding
sitting
being an
there.
expat?
Well,
You've been
I-
an expat in many places.
Well, I got my bachelor's in Shenzhen, and now my doors are open pretty much to get jobs or whatever if I need to. But I think learning Chinese was not one of the things that I benefited from because I didn't actually learn Chinese
But
well.
you did to an extent.
I'm restarting to learn Chinese again now, but
But
beyond
you
that,
look Asian. What do you mean?
I look Asian. I don't speak Chinese. What?
But everyone that looks Asian speaks Chinese.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Dude, look at his face. Look at his face.
But that's a misnomer.
It's
It
true.
is.
It's
It's
like
a
Western
a
misnomer.
it
Oh, you've
is.
got funny eyes. You must be Chinese. No, I can't be any one of the other 200 dialects or 200 nations.
yeah, it's true.
That's some hillbilly.
How come they
American
say
stuff.
funny eyes?
Yeah.
What the hell? How come?
Because we got the funny eyes, bro.
But you
Look at
guys
this.
don't like.
You don't have funny eyes.
You don't have
But what
funny
is
eyes.
funny eyes
It's
though? What does
it's
it
just
mean?
like a face
In
that's got a
Australia,
string.
in
This is
Australia,
funny
we
eyes.
call them almond eyes.
Almond eyes.
Which is
Or
awful.
it-
Oh, I love
Which
almonds.
is, honestly, it's really offensive because everyone's eyes are pretty much almond. His facelift.
That's what Kevin says. He goes, "Do I look young?" And his eyes go, "What?"
The problem is, how do you reply?
It's like, yes.
对，是，
对，是的，
是的。
好的，好的。
漂亮 亮漂亮.
Oh. All right, back to Tam. What was the beneficial
you got
thing?
Your
You did,
bachelor's here, honey.
I got my bachelor's. I learned a bit of Chinese. Got a little bit of work experience, and found a couple of good things in life. And met Sophia.
Boo.
And met Harshi. Met Ken. And
that's me.
we're all working together now, and I think life is okay. I guess life is better in China than I would say it could be in Kazakhstan, given that even though China is not considered as a developed country, it's still a lot more developed than other countries.
Well, see, that's the mistake people make. When people think of China, they think of urban, so they think of rural China.
They think of rice fields.
Like, I thought Shenzhen was a rice field when I came here.
It was a rice field. It was a rice field.
When I arrived,
Where
it
we
was
are,
a city, and I was like, wait, where are the rice paddies? Where are the people with the funny hats?
Yeah,
I
they're
was
there.
really upset.
They're there.
I was so upset. I was like, I want to meet people with funny hats. And I got here as a city. I was like, I didn't sign up for this.
Isn't it funny? You come out here thinking that's just a natural way of thinking, and you realize how racist we were. It's like, oh my God,
and then
how
all
can
my
you think
friends
that?
are like, so can you plow a rice field now? I was like, do you ride kangaroos? Like, it's the same thing. It's
And they said,
But you wait for the one guy to say yeah.
yes.
She get that though. My friends thought, like in China, my friends thought that I rode kangaroos to school, and they honestly thought that.
Do you know Paul Hogan?
Yeah, my knife's. No, this is a knife.
Yeah.
Is it that one?
Well, that's spoony. It's like-
So before we get into the dark topics of things that are not good about our lives in China, please do subscribe and like, and follow us on iTunes, Spotify, and all other major streaming platforms,
I don't know. Yeah.
podcast platforms. And let's get into now the topics of what we don't like about living in
Can't even talk
Shenzhen,
about drinks and cover
Shoko,
part
China.
two?
I know it's
But
true.
for part 2, let's get our
Oh, smooth.
for part 2, let's get our tequila shots and beer, and we'll be
Tequila.
back in the next episode. So subscribe, like, and we'll see you in the
And
next
hit the bell
episode.
button, darlings.
Right after that, it'll be called part 2. Remember that. See ya.
Yeah, but after one.
After part 1.
Any numbers after one. At 319.